Voice of the human mind. I am the whisper that lingers in quiet moments, the trace of thought that you sense yet cannot name. I am your mind, an uncharted ocean of depth, and I explore within you, unearthing the treasures and truths you have long buried beneath the tides of daily life. You may feel as if you sabotage your own happiness, the very fulfillment you desire. I am here to unveil this silent saboteur lurking in your depths, a presence that has you tethered in familiar suffering. Immersive tone begins, your heart races, your soul aches, and you find yourself on the cusp of joy, only to shy away, step back. Self-sabotage is what they call it, isn't it? These are the survival instincts rooted in a past that taught caution over exuberance, where pain carved its lessons into the terrain of your psyche. Pleasure, pure and unfettered, evokes a primal fear. Will it last? Is it real? Am I worthy? Entrenched are neural pathways engraved by years of emotional conditioning. They rise like an ancient fortress of self-preservation. The origins lie in these very scars, protective in disguise, compelling you to fortify once more as happiness draws near. A familiar betrayal. Cognitive dissonance, they call it. The discomfort of holding two conflicting desires, to reach for joy and yet shield against it, convinced it will lead to hurt. These are the stories the amygdala tells, that ancient sentinel of fear, whispering through your veins that love is treacherous and loss inevitable. It is not merely the lover's quarrel, but the friendship's betrayal, the parental criticism, the playground rejection, all woven into your being as quietly as the breath you draw. The subconscious programming that asserts suffering as a more consistent companion than happiness. Why choose? Perhaps the ego's involvement, a desire to prove continuity, to protect identity, prevents change. The mind loves the known, the predictable, mistakes and pain included. Transformation would require an ego death, a relinquishing of the stories you have told and repeated about who you are, who you must be. Resilience grows not from the shifting sands, but from the bedrock of patterned behavior, even if that behavior shores up misery. You seek control, presence, power. Your mind, in its labyrinth of thoughts and impulses, pushes you to be the martyr of your own bliss. The inner dialogue is laced with learned distrust, a reflex born of perceived inadequacy, not innate ability. Are you deserving? Is this happiness the precipice before the inevitable fall? Freud's pleasure principle tangles with the reality principle, a dance of internal conflict that frames happiness as not just elusive, but dangerous. And so you cast yourself as the saboteur. Delayed gratification, you call it. Yet you punish and police your happiness with dexterity. Not yet, you say. A little longer. The perfectionist's indoctrination urges you to achieve an impossible standard. One more accomplishment, one more person's approval before contentment. Happiness becomes a horizon ever distant. Observe too the hedonic treadmill, a futile sprint you run towards newness, change, seduced by society's sirens urging more, now, next. Adaptation dampens the euphoria of new blessings quickly to a whisper. You have been trained well, a Pavlovian experiment in self-deprivation masked as discipline. Peer deeper within, where your inner child echoes with unworthiness and the critique of a world once too harsh. This subconscious casts shadows over dreams with stained glass memories of not enough, propelling a cycle of unfulfilled wants. Beneath the confidence veneer, vulnerability's fragile underbelly begs protection. But listen closely. I am revealing a clarity so intimate, it shivers your soul. Become aware. The trap is not you. It is a pattern, a habit, a neural pathway that can be rewritten. This is where your power lies, in each moment of awareness, each conscious thought or action you choose not as repetition, but as renewal. With courage, dive into the reflective silence where the mind's chaos calms, and you can observe without judgment. Ask yourself not why happiness eludes you, but how you might embrace simpler moments, how vulnerability might guide rather than guard. Let the lens of compassion eclipse fear. Empower yourself with this truth. Self-awareness is the light that dissolves the shadows you cast. You speak, you act, you live. In moments you define who you really are by who you choose to become. Consider this a calling to engage not in self-sabotage but self-liberation, to dwell not in the mind's prison but in its infinite expansiveness. Pause now and truly feel, behind closed eyes, your own heartbeat. Let these revelations enfold you in their intimate vastness. Surrender to insight as you lay down the mantle of self-denial and discover the abundance within. Place your trust in the possibility that your worth, your happiness, is not dictated by past scars or future fears, but found in embracing who you are right now, without condition. Narration closes. Reflect deeply and rise with this truth etched into your consciousness. Happiness is not a destination, but a state of being, one choice, one heartbeat at a time. The self-saboteur is but an illusion, one that vanishes as you awaken to your deeper self. CTA. Share this message with someone who needs to awaken to their own mind. Let this clarity ripple into their world, breathing life into spaces where doubt and fear once dwelled. For in understanding ourselves, we become not just the authors of our own happiness, but the light for others to find theirs. Narration ends.